Seattle Seahawks versus James Morgan and the Washington football team.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Seattle Seahawks.
Set to kick off.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Morgan sets up to throw on first down. Campbell making the catch. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing now is Morgan. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman.
Morgan's
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Off the bootleg, Morgan. He finds Coleman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Morgan.
It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Morgan. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. He's at the 50. The 30, the 20.
Oh, my goodness.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. Now, on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And following the pick 6, and they decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Here's Morgan to throw on third down. He'll drop this down to Coleman. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Oh, a nice spin. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Seahawks. Football 1st and 10.
Their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing Jones. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Here's Fuller with a catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Throwing on first down. Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Washington, nothing.
Jones now on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And the Washington first down.
Throwing from the gun is Morgan. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Coleman now. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
And 8 yards to go.
Morgan looks to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 82 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here? Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
And he comes back with one complete.
Pass complete to Paris Campbell.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
To throw again on second down. Morgan, he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And a Washington first down.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage.
And the ball is knocked out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
To Paris Campbell.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Morgan. And that'll be incomplete. Morgan took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Morgan. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 7.
DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a 3rd person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
go, D. Line 52. Here we go.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That's it, baby. We go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
That's good.
A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Is now to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now Morgan, a final shot before break. Throw left side complete. It's Coleman. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
second half begins with a run from Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brought down at the 26.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always have that.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, 10. Touchdown, Washington. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington able to strike for 6. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 45 yards.
30-yard line.
What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
And 5.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, the quick slant caught. And the Seahawks are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
the 2-yard
I think a
line.
lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest work?
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And this offense is running away with this one.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. From the 27, Morgan over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Washington.
On 1st and 10, it's Morgan. Looking for Campbell downfield. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down.
Here we go again. Here we go again. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. It's a party now. It's a party.
To throw again. Morgan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Rosas good with the extra point.
Aldrich Rosas set.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Morgan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
The 3rd down.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Jones on 1st and 10. He's to the 10.
Don't worry about it, baby.
It is
Don't
caught
worry about
right
it.
at the 10-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues. To go.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Washington.
First down, Morgan with it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Greedy Williams on the coverage.
56, check 56. Let's go, D. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Morgan throwing again on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead.
Washington, 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
And 5 at the 30-yard line.
56, check 56. Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Morgan. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. And a Washington first down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's Morgan to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Alvarez.
Morgan's pass.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
A loss of 7 yards. And it's third.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. Washington on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Morgan. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw is Morgan. Back to the air on 2nd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 11.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Jones winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal. Jones, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Now this will make and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Morgan now on 1st down. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Jones taking a shot for Samuel. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.